rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. So, I am a student of history, and I seem to be, well, I'm not really. It's a good thing to say, right? It's a good introduction. I'm really not. I'm interested in history. I like history. I'm not a student of history, but it's a good thing to say. My point was, and we are living in history right now, right? We are living in history. I think we're living in I would say, is it an American Civil War? Or is it a Western Civil War? It's civil conflict, civil strife, however you want to describe it. And there's many different ways of looking at it. I think one of the least realistic and honest ways of looking at it is political. It's not about left versus right-wing politics at all. I don't think so, anyway. If you want to be mean about it, it's about the uninformed versus the informed, right? That's one thing. But again, that's that's a bit disparaging on one side over the other. What I really think is, which is also disparaging, is a class war, right? When you boil it down, it's actually a class war. We have the college-educated people in the world, and they look down at the non-college-educated people. They look down at the working classes. Now, I'm deeply middle class, okay? My parents work morning, noon, and night, their fingers to the bone, so I would be middle class, right? I am deeply, deeply middle class. Being in the middle, I kind of look up, I look down, I go, you know what? If I'm going to put my... if I'm going to put my vote on who I think is the more honest group, I'm always with the working classes, right? Always, 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 because they're always right? Because there's least BS with them. And why is there least BS? Because they're busy trying to, keep a roof over their head, trying to be happy, right? So honestly, I'm generally speaking with the working classes. My general worldview is I would like the vast majority of, I would like the maximum amount of people to experience the maximum amount of fulfillment and pleasure, right? That's my bottom line worldview. So I think we have a class war in America. We have like the elite class, right? The expert class who run things, the political class, the intelligentsia, who are the default the de facto rulers. The de facto ruling class, and the problem is they're awful, right? They are awful beyond awful. They are unbelievably awful. They have absolutely no care whatsoever for the people that they want to control, and I think own rather than lead, right? They really don't care about their the standard of living being better for more people. I mean, say what you want about Thatcher or about Trump, who are very similar figures, really, just in different time zones. Their platform was to make life better. When I say better, have more affluence for working class people, right? Allow people to be able to accrue wealth through property. That was the whole idea of being able to buy your council home in England. And honestly, it sort of worked. I mean, do you remember the mid to late 80s where everybody had lots of money? Go and look up loads of money. Harry Enfield, loads of money, right? That was one of the downsides of there being a lot of money flying through the economy. Why was there a lot of money flying through the economy? Because you gave a lot of people opportunity to control their own destiny. Essentially, if you put work in, the more work you put in, if you went out on a limb, if you're a leadership person, you would financially benefit from that, right? If you're a plumber, you would end up making money. It's not complicated, and it's while not being a perfect system. And I think the problem with generational wealth is, I think the cornerstone problem with capitalism. But if the function of life is to be grow and become more than you were, become a better person, then I think that's the cornerstone problem with capitalism. But anyway, I digress. So it was really, I think, sad to watch these recent midterm elections. If you watch them with any amount of scrutiny. Because it came reasonably apparent in the days and weeks that followed that there haven't been many days or weeks that followed that the election system is just broken, right? You have one party, the Democrats, who have perfected this system of ballot harvesting, which is essentially, you go around, you have one active person, right, who says, oh, just sign this, it's your ballot, I want to take it in. And why do people say yes? Because they're surrounded by the media telling them that the Republicans are evil. Now, don't get me wrong, the Republicans are useless, right? They're useless, feckless, I would say, nearly terrible, right? Nearly terrible in every way, like the Mitch McConnells of the world. Generally speaking, the ruling classes, they're morons. They're morons, and they have screwed up relentlessly. But they're programmed in the media that Republicans hate black people, they hate gay people. Yeah, they called this thing the "Don't Say Gay" bill when it was nothing of the kind, and that's the reason for the culture war, right? That's the reason we have this culture war permeating the system. So when your friend says, "Oh, sign this, it's your ballot," you don't want them to stop abortion, do you? You don't want to make it illegal. You don't want to turn this into Handmaid's Tale. You don't want to be put back in change. And because that's all you hear in the media, even though it's not true in any way, people are like, "Sure, I'll sign." Yeah, because most of those people won't go to vote. That's the bottom line. The mechanics of voting is you have to have people go to vote, right? And most people are too lazy to do that, right? Especially like they don't really care if you have one vote to vote. But that's not the case anymore. Now you have this thing called ballot harvesting, where you have Democrat operatives. They bring in thousands and thousands and thousands of ballots of people who wouldn't normally vote, swamping the system, and there's no way they can be beaten. Right now, right? There's no way that is that electoral fraud? Not really. Those votes are valid, but would they? But is it putting your finger on the scale to produce that outcome? Of course it is, right? Absolutely it is. So it's but and the reason people are doing it, I think, without any remorse whatsoever, right? Without blinking, is because they think they're doing it for the greater good. They think, well, we're the educated classes. We understand. You don't. You're silly yokels, right? You're the imbeciles. We are the people who should be in charge, and that's basically the classist war that I think is going on in America right now. So I can't think of a clip that better illustrates that point than the one we're about to watch. So I looked at it last night on my live stream. It's so illustrative of what is going on in the Western world today. Is there going to be a solution? I don't know. I hope so. I'm a Bible thumper. I believe in God, right? I think everything's ultimately going to turn out for the good. I think we're on a path into a messianic a new world order that I think the people who are pushing for this new world order, are going to be somewhat surprised at. But then again, that's what faith is. I'm a bonkers Bible thumping bloke, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. That's it. That's all it is. But anyway, this clip very much epitomizes, I think, the division throughout America. Watch me before. Like, share, subscribe. All those things are fantastic. Thank you very much. Follow me on Instagram. Sign up my Substack. My email newsletter is in the videos. Now let's hand over to me from last night. This video clip epitomizes everything that is the division of America right now.
More than everybody in here about what you're doing in my district.
Yes, sir.
I know how you manufacture votes.
All right, one second. So this is a guy testifying in front of these election officials. So here's the thing that's going on. If you're on the Democrat side of things, you're going who is this unwashed yokel to talk down to us? We've all been to college. We're educated. How dare he talk down to us, right? And if you're on the the Trumpy side of things, you go, yeah, but what he's saying is the truth, and you're ignoring it, right? I have to tell you, however you want it, whatever you think happened in the 2020 election, something that makes no sense to me, right? And I've always been confused about is the response to it, right? Why on earth wasn't it just debunked, right? Rather than saying we're not allowed to mention it. Why on earth did they not just debunk the claims? And they never did, and they never listened to the claims, right? I got the one Democrat neighbor will refuse to listen to the claims and believes there are none. I'm like, but there are. Just listen to them and debunk them. No, of course they've been debunked already. So then just go ahead and do it, right? They won't do it. It's bizarre, and it's all about class, in my opinion. It's about class. It's about elitism. It's about classism. It's about elitism and how they. I think the Biden side, looks down their noses at people not in their group. I think they infantilize black people. That you can't look after yourselves. No, obviously not. You can't get ID. No, Look at you, Nebuch. No, we can't. But here's the thing, and they believe it without question. They believe it, and they don't. And the crazy thing is, their brain doesn't inquire into well, what's the other side of the argument? No, they go, no, it's voter suppression. It's all it can be is voter suppression to not have mail-in balloting and ballot harvesting. It's voter suppression. But if it's voter suppression, why does every other country do it? No other country does this. But you can't ask them any question. They'll start screaming. They'll start screaming before you get close to asking them a question. Right? They're genuinely. But this clip here, right? This clip here epitomizes the division in America. This gentleman in the yellow t-shirt, he's got their number. He's got their number. He knows what they've been doing. He's got them caught, and they got nothing but disdain for him, right? And he's calling them out.
I know how you leave the votes in the machines. I know how you do it. And the thing is, we're not crazy.
No.
We're not crazy.
And the thing is, they go, yes, you are. Yeah, you're not crazy, but you're not competent. Yeah, no. I just wound it back, I think.
About what you're doing in my district.
Yeah.
We're here again. How you manufacture votes. I know how you leave the votes in the machines. I know how you do it. And the thing is, we're not crazy.
No.
We're not crazy.
I have to tell it. It is so true, right? When I lived in the States, we went to Little League, and one time we had this umpire, this guy, a big black guy, right? It's he did everything, play ball. It was great, right? Anyway, you get into it, right? And he's and when he calls it out, and it's your team, you're like, no, right? And he's looks at you. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the guy you don't want to mess with, right? He's got the same energy. He's got exactly the same energy.
If I go outside of this building and I run a stop sign, I'm going to get stopped. They're going to ask me for what they need to ask me for. If I have warrants, I go to jail. Right? Your election administrator can violate the law and nothing is done. You can't ask the DA to do anything about these people because the voter harvesters worked on her campaign.
Yeah.
Oh, they want to talk.
Yeah.
See, when I come in the building, I can change the atmosphere. I'm the weatherman. Because I know what's going on.
Yeah, dude, you better keep your head down, mate. That's what I'm saying. I have no idea where you're from or what this is about, but you better keep your bloody head down.
And they don't have the guts to stop me. They won't threaten me. I wish you would. Do you know what my pronouns are? I wish you would. Those are my pronouns. And I stand for everybody in here, everybody in the county. So I'm going to read you something.
But here's the thing. There's no will of the people anymore. Again, with this ballot harvesting things, you can't. It's not about winning an argument, right? It's not about a job performance. It's just you got the ballots. You got the ballots. Yeah, that's all that matters. Oh crap! I'll reman it by mistake.
Everybody in here, everybody in the county. So I'm going to read you something that came to me during early voting from a election judge, Democratic.
By the way, the thing that blows me away about Arizona is they must have known it was going to be a close election, right? They must have known. And how can you have not recused yourself, right? And have all these things break down just in Republican areas, right? I don't how on earth, I guess, because if you've got, I guess if the courts are in your pocket, courts are in the pocket.
Election judge on October 30th at 12:12 p.m. They came by about 3 p.m. to pick up the ballots. My bag can hold 3,000. So my monitor down there with the numbers, they sent me an email to call and request for ballot bag replacement. I did not call them. Why was those ballots moved? Why did they move those machines in the middle of the day? You know why they moved those machines in the middle of the day? Because they manipulated those votes. So I'm gonna say it in here, and I got.
I don't know if what he's saying is true or not, but sounds convincing to me, quite frankly.
A little time because we all in the same.
It sounds like maybe you want to take a look at that and not go, yeah, nothing to see here. But that's what they will do, though, right? It's like, no, you're just a yokel. You're not educated like us. No, our farts are special, right? Our farts are special.
Yes, sir.
And I ain't gonna hide nothing from what I feel is the worst criminal that I've ever laid eyes on in 2 years, Mr. Ellis, and I know you back there watching me. It's me versus you, and I'm gonna drag you like a Persian rug, clown.
Again, I don't know who you are, but I don't think he's espousing violence. But whoa, Mr. Ellis, all I would say is fess up, mate. It's going to make life easier in the long term. This is like he's pissed off, right? This is not good, right? This is just not good.
I'm gonna drag you like, and guess what? I can call him. I know y'all. They made y'all do something a few weeks ago where you removed the man and all that. I can call him a clown. I can call him whatever I want to call him. According to the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals, where I won $300,000 against HISD for trying to restrict my speech. So I'm gonna tell you what we ain't gonna do.
I tell you, yeah, this is exactly what liberals hate, and liberal progressives. They absolutely hate this. It's a clearly educated, intelligent black man who's not white, right? Who sounds like a black man, right? Yeah. This is a repudiation to their worldview, right? To them, he can't be intelligent. He can't be educated. Well, he clearly is, isn't he? I mean, like, I mean, look, if he's making this stuff up, that's pretty darn impressive, quite frankly. That copper looks dead inside. Yes, he does, doesn't he?
As long as I don't curse him out, and as long as I don't threaten him, I can say what I want. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Well, look, dude, that did sound kind of threatening. I don't to be the one to tell you, like you're going to drag him out. It's me versus you. That sounded real. I was threatened, and I'm on the other side of a TV screen in a different continent, in a different time.
We sick and tired of that.
Whoa!
We sick and tired of him. And guess what? It's gonna be us to take that Negro out that seat. And if I said that.
Okay, obviously I don't espouse the language used. Well, I couldn't use it, certainly. But whoa! My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.